forget about me. Don't. This is from the this is for the old heads, man. This used to be my movie back in the day when I was a kid. It was a movie called The Breakfast Club. This is the I think the 40. It's been 40-something years since that movie came out. This is the cast from The Breakfast Club. Damn, they look old as fuck. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna come back with my reaction. It came out 40 years ago. The 40-year reunion of The Breakfast Club. But this is about fandom spotlight. Let's go ahead and check it out.
So much that he took my mom into the room where they have the dailies to show my mom her daughter's work. And my mom is sitting there watching her daughter pretend like she was high for like 20 minutes.
This is funny.
Please make them feel welcome. Everybody, give it up for The Breakfast Club!
This is last month. No, this is last week. Emilio Estevez, yeah, he was in it. He looks good.
Do you guys feel welcome? Do you feel good?
Yes, thank you.
Wow.
Wow. Well, that was a moment. Guys, if you clap all the time, we're not going to ask any questions. We have no time. Guys, it's amazing to see all of you together. 40 years later, congratulations about a movie that is still so near and dear to all of us. First, just talk to me. This is truly the first time all five of you have been shared space in about 40 years. Is that correct, for the record?
That is correct.
Wow, okay. What's running through your head? This is like having your high school reunion like filmed on camera in real time. So put me in any of your heads right now. What's going on, Molly?
I don't know. I feel really very emotional and moved to have us all together. This is the first time that Emilio has joined us.
Emilio yesterday, yeah.
We don't have to use the cardboard cutout anymore, so because he's here. So I feel really moved that we're all together.
Emilio, you feel the love in the room. What took you so long, buddy? What's going on?
You know, I skipped all of my high school reunions, so this just was something that finally I felt I needed to do for myself. But Josh, this one felt special. It's here in Chicago where we made the film. It obviously the 40th anniversary, and it just felt like it was time. I heard this, somebody told me that Molly said, well, does Amelia just not like us? I thought, and that broke my heart. I thought, no, of course, I love all of them. And that just made sense. So here I am. And I'm...
Yeah, I thought he didn't like him.
Does The Breakfast Club feel like it's a presence in your life virtually every day for the last 40 years? I mean, is it always there in a way, Judd? Do you feel that it referenced to you day by day? Is it something that comes up here and there, or what?
No, it doesn't come up every day, but I think certain people, you could see it in their eyes, that they have a memory of you, and it's from that film. And it's very specific, it's very recognizable to me, and I'm very flattered by it.
40 years ago.
I think that I consider The Breakfast Club to be an incredibly fast horse. You don't need to use a crop. You don't need to use your spurs. You just got to try and stay on until the end of the race. So
we are here in Chicago. I'm just curious, you shot the film not so far away from here. What are your memories of being in the area? Did you spend a lot of time in the city?
That was 40 years ago.
I remember John taking us to great places like Kingston Mines and all these great blues clubs, and we would take us to record stores. I mean, we would do all kinds of fun stuff. But
we saw Prince. We saw Prince here.
Yeah. But I remember we would go from
and James Brown,
the O'Hare Hilton to a van to the set. So it was kind of like we went right to the set every day, pretty much. But and we shared. What was the school we shot at, guys? What was it called?
Maine North.
Maine North, right.
Maine North.
At the time we shared with the Chicago Blitz. Remember that?
It's now a state trooper station. Is that true?
I've heard that, yeah.
We should go there tonight.
But it was like... It was kind of like filming a play. You know, every day we'd have about 8 or 10 pages of work to do, and we just dug into it and got through it with John's leadership and guidance, and it was just such a great experience. I mean, I have nothing but great memories of it.
So, Anthony, you and Molly had obviously worked with John immediately prior on 16 Candles.
16 Candles. Wow, yeah. 16 Candles.
No audition necessary, I would imagine.
No, I don't think either one of us auditioned. Wait, did you audition for?
No, I remember just John calling me at home, and I was still living with my parents in New York, and then he told me we'd be doing the movie. I was like, cool, let's go. No argument here, John.
And where were the rest of you at in your respective careers? Did you have to, was this like a highly sought after project at the time, or was it just another gig for you, Allie?
I don't know how
she played
highly
his sister.
sought after
She
it
was
was.
the
I'm
weird
actually
sister
not really
that got
sure.
with,
John just called up and just said, I want you to come in. And he didn't have a script. He didn't give me a script. He was just talking to me about Allison. Just a little bit. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? I don't think I saw this script until after I was cast. I had an idea of who Allison was, but I didn't. Wait, I knew you back then, didn't I? Did I know you?
No, I don't think so. No,
This has become a commercial for AARP. And I'm getting my monthly magazines now, and I don't appreciate that shit. Okay? I'm not a boomer, but I am pushing 60. Thank you very much.
Well, you know, originally it was he was
Boy,
going to do
Rudolph
Breakfast
looks good.
Club before he did 16 Candles, and then he wrote 16 Candles over July 4th weekend and turned it into the studio. And they said, "Oh, we want to do that one first." So they put Breakfast Club on hold, and then, from my understanding, John Cusack was going to play Bender, and Joan Cusack was going to play Allison. I don't know who was going to play the other parts. And then after 16 Candles, he gave me the script. I don't know if he gave Michael the script or not. And originally, he had talked to me about playing Allison, but I wanted to play the other part because I felt like that was less like me. And then we did auditions in Los Angeles for the other parts. So you were present for the auditions, right? Because I remember that we were when they were auditioning for Bender, right?
Yeah, I think that was the first time we were all together.
Yeah.
Was when he was looking for Bender, and that's when we all met Judd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was there to read for Allison.
Very highly sought after.
They cast Allie, and I said, "Can I see her screen test?" I don't believe it. That she could be better, but she was.
But the first time that we all got together was John had organized a read-through of the script at a hotel in Century City. And I had the night before had just had all 4 wisdom teeth pulled, impacted wisdom teeth. And I was on pain pills. And my agent called and said, "Listen, they're going to do the read-through. It's the rest of the and you have to show up." I said, "Look, my face is swollen. I'm on pain pills. I'm bleeding out." I said, "They said no. It's really important. You have to be there." I was like, "Okay." So they sent a car for me because I obviously couldn't drive. Got to the hotel, we did the read-through, and then at the end of the read-through, and that was the first time I think we'd all met. At the end of the read-through, John says, "Listen, I brought the first cut of my movie, 16 Candles." Or no, was it 16 Candles? Yeah, first cut. And he says, "I want to show it to you." And so we said, "Okay, great." And he puts the film on, and we're sitting there, and I didn't think I made it through the opening credits, and I passed out. From the pain pills and just from the ordeal of having my teeth extracted. And I woke up at the end credits and I looked at Judd, and Judd says, "I think you're getting fired." True, right? And I believed it too. I thought, oh gosh, yeah, I just failed the final test here. So
Here's a provocative question. Were there cliques on the ultimate movie about cliques in high school? I mean, there was a little bit of an age gap between some of you. Did the early 20s folks hang out more than the 16-year-olds on set?
Well, I mean, we work 6 days a week. So you have one night off Saturday night. Emilio and I and Allie are old enough to legally drink. Molly and Michael are not. Molly and Michael also have to log hours in school with a tutor. during the day while making the movie. So there's one night to go out for 3 people. Allie stays in her room mostly. I have no idea what goes on in there. So on Saturday night, Emilio and I would drive into Chicago from...
Here it comes.
This is why Amelia wasn't showing up all these years. He didn't want these stories out there.
From Des Plaines, we drive into Chicago. It's 1983, 84. We cannot find a single place on Division or Rush streets that will let in a guy wearing sneakers and a guy wearing motorcycle boots. We find one place called the Jazz Bulls, which no longer exists anymore. And if any of you have been there or know any of those people involved, it's the greatest place in the world. They let us in, they didn't care. And so we enjoyed Chicago, the city, for 3 hours once a week.
And I barely got a GED. Thank you, everybody.
I mean, look, the name that will keep coming up in this conversation is, of course, the great late John Hughes. And by the way, I believe some of John Hughes' family is in the audience tonight.
If I may, John Hughes III and his lovely daughters. They're not signing autographs later. Don't bother them on the way out.
So, I mean, look, to hear about John Hughes, you hear about the word collaboration a lot, and the fact that he was somebody that obviously respected even a 16-year-old's opinions and wanted that incorporated into the script. Can any of you talk a little bit about, in subsequent years, it probably struck you even more, I would imagine, how special he was, how unique he was as a collaborator.
The word collaboration, a lot of directors use it, and what they really mean by it is that during the first read-through, they won't boss you around. That's not collaboration. That's just they bite their tongue till they push you around. Hughes meant it when he said to us to participate in the process of making this movie. He liked us. I didn't know how rare it was going to be for a director to like actors. We are, a lot of times, a necessary evil. A lot of times, they say they want partners, but they want slaves. Hughes wanted partners. He said to us, if it doesn't sound authentic, make adjustments. The script supervisor, the guy that keeps track of everything all the characters says, he retired after The Breakfast Club. He was pretty much done with that. So Hughes meant it. He wanted us to be members of The Breakfast Club. And he gave us freedom that I thought was going to happen all the time in movies. No. No.
The script was so good to begin with.
Yeah.
It was really, truly a joy to say those lines. And I always felt like we would usually do it as written, and then we would kind of do whatever we wanted. And he loved it. I mean, there's so much of the movie that's improvised.
Is it true that, the scene where you're all kind of revealing how you got to detention is mostly improvised?
No, that scene, I think, was pretty much written.
Yeah.
Oh, that is written.
There were
Okay.
changes within it, but that structure
Yeah.
was the same. What's amazing is when Michael is in the scene where he's stoned, there's
I'm talking, y'all ain't hear me. I keep forgetting to turn the mic on. I was saying all that shit and y'all didn't hear a word I said just now. But let me start all over again. So basically I wanted to just go ahead and stop it right here. And I wanted to go ahead and let you guys click the link at the bottom to the actual link to this 40-year reunion of The Breakfast Club on Fandom Spotlight. Y'all can go and click the link at the bottom and go right to their YouTube channel and support them and watch the whole video in its entirety. And also go ahead and subscribe to them, because I just did just now. Support their channel. 40 years ago, wow. So I didn't know, like I was saying earlier, I didn't know that Molly Ringwald and Michael Anthony, that's the guy who played I forgot his character that he played. They're younger than Emilio, her, and Judd Nelson. She played the sister to him. They were both brother and sister, Because at first they act like they didn't know each other, but they actually were. They actually were kin. They were brother and sister. But these three, Emilio, her, and him, were in their 20s, and they, I guess, were in their teens. So it came out in 1985. Damn. I was, what, 7 years old, 6 years old when it came out? But I remember it being on, it used to always come on TV a lot, though. So that's what I remember why. I didn't see it in theaters, but I remember it came on TV. It had so many reruns on TV so much, though. You know what I'm saying? I remember my sister went on a date to go see it, and she talked about how good it was. But if y'all haven't seen it, it's like a coming-of-age, teenage movie from the 80s. It's very 80s. Damn, it came out 40 years ago. Shit, time ain't no joke, man. It felt like that was just yesterday when that movie came out. But I remember seeing it. They used to always show it like on Showtime and shit a lot. But yeah, classic film. Anyway, what do y'all think about this video, man? Leave your comments and subscribe to Charles in As World. Hit the thumbs up button.
Looking for a professional photographer for your next big event? Need video of your special day? Then look no further. For $100 an hour, have a professional photographer or videographer shoot your wedding, birthday party, quinceañera, bar mitzvah or bat mitzvah, anniversary party, or whatever your special occasion may be. Highlight your event with professional, crisp photos and video. Check out Charles Arness Photography on Instagram, as well as book us for your next event. Must live in the Southern California area.